Welcome to our video on Express Entry, the Canadian government's online system for managing applications from skilled workers seeking permanent residence. Designed for efficiency, Express Entry utilizes the comprehensive ranking system CRS to rank candidates based on factors like age, education, work experience, and language skills. Those with the highest scores are invited to apply through regular draws. Express Entry oversees applications for 3 immigration programs: the Federal Skilled Worker Program, the Federal Skilled Trades Program, and the Canadian Experience Class. Through this video, we'll explore how Express Entry works, its benefits, and how you can navigate the process to achieve your goal of becoming a permanent resident in Canada. Alright, so let's dive into what it takes to be eligible as a federal skilled worker under the Express Entry program. This is one of the 3 federal programs managed through Express Entry, the Canadian government's online application system for skilled workers. Now, to qualify, you need to meet certain minimum requirements. These include having the right amount of skilled work experience, language ability, and education. Speaking of skilled work experience, it's crucial. You need at least 1 year of continuous paid work, totaling 1,560 hours within the last decade, whether gained in Canada or abroad. This work must align with specific categories outlined in the National Occupational Classification (NOC), such as tier categories 0, 1, 2, or 3. Oh, and no volunteer gigs or unpaid internships count here. By the way, I'll delve into these requirements in more detail in a separate video. Now, when it comes to language skills, it's essential to take approved tests in either English or French, covering writing, reading, listening, and speaking. And you've got to hit the minimum score required in all 4 abilities. These language test results are valid for 2 years, so make sure they're up to date when you apply for permanent residence. Education-wise, if you studied in Canada, you'll need a certificate, diploma, or degree from a Canadian institution. But if you studied elsewhere, you'll need an Educational Credential Assessment (ECA) report that shows your education is equivalent to what's achieved in Canada. This report has to come from a designated organization to be valid. Now, here's where things get interesting: the selection factors. Once you meet all the minimum requirements, your eligibility is assessed based on various factors like age, education, work experience, language skills, whether you have a valid job offer, and your adaptability to settling in Canada. You'll be assigned an overall score out of 100, with the current pass mark set at 67 points. And let's not forget about proof of funds. You've got to show you've got enough money to settle in Canada, unless you're already legally working here or have a solid job offer. Currently, it's set at $14,690 for one person. I'll dive into these requirements, including the proof of funds, in more detail in a separate video. You must be admissible to Canada, meeting health, criminality, and security requirements. Additionally, you must plan to live outside Quebec, which has its own selection process. If you're a provincial nominee, you must settle in the province or territory that nominated you. Once you've ensured you meet all these criteria, gather your documents and submit your profile to the Express Entry pool. You will then wait for an invitation to apply, or ITA, for permanent residence. This structured process ensures that only those who are well prepared and meet all requirements can move forward, streamlining your Canadian immigration journey.